Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you. I hit a milestone. I hit 1,000 subscribers last week and I couldn't be more thrilled. But I couldn't have achieved this without your support and your subscriptions to my channel. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And for that, what I'd like to do is a quick giveaway, which I will announce the winner of next week when I do my next episode. The giveaway is a Platypod Ultra. It's if you're not familiar with Platypod products, this is a tripod alternative, can be used in multiple ways. It's extremely portable, you can carry it around in your bag, and it's one of those things where anytime you find that a tripod is not allowed, nobody's going to stop you from using one of these. So this is going to be the giveaway. I will announce the name, and please let me know your address so I can ship it out to you. With that said, today we're going to cover a very small topic. It's again the fourth episode on the Benro Polaris. And this one is about how to use it for video. It's not a very elaborate tool for doing video, but clearly it's something that is advantageous. And let me show you what it is and its functionality. The setup that I have is a 70 to 200 millimeter lens, an f4 lens on a camera. That is basically going to be used to do the video take, and the subject is this die-cast 1/24 scale model of this Ferrari. And as far as the background and base is concerned, it's a gray sweep that I'm using. Lighting is one lume cube that is being used to light the side panel of the car, and then I have one lume cube panel pro which is lighting the car from above and a little behind, and then a second lume cube panel pro basically to enhance the light in the front of the car. And both these lights are coming through a scrim, which is on a wooden frame, sitting about 1 foot above the model. So that's the basic setup, and we'll use that to demonstrate the fine-tune capability of the Benro Polaris. So to demonstrate the video functions that the Benro Polaris offers, let's go into video mode. And what you're seeing on the screen is a view of my phone with the Benro Polaris app connected to the camera that I showed you earlier. Now, what we have going on here is you got two joysticks, and these joysticks can be used to move the Benro Polaris in either a top-down tilt axis or a left-right pan axis. So both those features are available for video, just as they are available for any function that the Polaris does. And you can position the camera based upon how you use these joysticks. So let's just show you what happens. So here is the view of the car, the camera pointed to the car, and if I was to use the pan feature, you can see that the movement is not very smooth and the speed is not consistent. So there is a varying speed, and that's basically based upon the touchscreen of the iPhone and the way my finger or thumb is being used on this joystick. Now I can double tap this and the camera will return, or the Polaris will return to home position, and it kind of overshoots a little bit and then comes right back. But that's okay. That's a nice feature to have because you can very quickly get back to where you were. And the same thing basically is for the up-down motion of the tilt. Let's just look at the movement of the camera itself very briefly. So let me show you that view. So what you have is a view of what the camera that you see on the top right, what that camera is actually videoing on the background screen. So if I was to do a pan, you can see the motion to be not smooth, fairly jerky. Let's just go back to the home position. Now the feature that is interesting is what they call as fine-tune. And what fine-tune allows you to do is to set a specific speed, and when you press the buttons for going up, down for tilt or left, right for pan, the consistency of how the Polaris moves is very smooth. The way you bring up the fine-tune function is to press and hold the joystick button, and now you will see an up-down arrow on the left, a left-right arrow on the right-hand side of the screen, and a scale which right now you can see is set to 3. You can go from 1 to 5, that's 1 being the slowest and 5 doing the fastest. And what this really does is establish a consistent speed for both tilting as well as for panning. So when you're set at 5, if I was to now press one of the left-right arrows to do the pan, there would be a consistent speed and a very smooth pan. Now, the one thing that happens is that when you're using this feature, your ability to come back to home is not available unless you get out of this by tapping anywhere on the screen. And now you can double tap the joystick and get the unit back into its home position. For video work that is not macro, speeds from 3 to 5 work really well. If you are doing macro or any kind of close-up videography, then I would suggest you use the slower speeds from 1 to 3 because you get a much better effect when you are so close to your subject and you have high magnification. You want to do any kind of motion slowly rather than trying to pan at a higher rate of 3 to 5, which could make this thing look a little awkward. So as you can see, it's a product that is fairly limited in its use, and I really wish that Benro would take advantage of the feature functionality and the firmware capabilities that this product has to be able to upgrade it. It would be nice to be able to use the Polaris on a track or a rail, have it coordinate the functions of doing time-lapse, being able to drive the rail, if not at least use the rail's output to fire the Polaris trigger, so you could do time lapses and add another axis of motion. But despite that, even if it's not for time lapse, even if it's just for video, if one could use it on a track or a rail, that would be a really good enhancement. If nothing else, one can always put the Polaris on a slider and get it to function and then manually move the slider or have it automated. But even so, giving it an interface in conjunction with other products, or giving it the ability to use an app with other products would be great. So with that, if you've enjoyed my program, please do give me a thumbs up. The likes are always a great thing. And hit that notification bell so you can be informed of future videos. And most of all, if you haven't already done so, please do subscribe, because it really helps out a lot. And with that, thank you very much, and see you till the next time. Bye for now.